Submitting your pre-defense manuscript for preliminary review is highly recommended, but not required. A preliminary review, also called prelim, is a quick look at a thesis or dissertation before the final defense. It can be just a chapter or the entire manuscript. You can submit a prelim anytime before your defense and before the target date. If you submit a prelim after the target date, your manuscript won't be looked at until the start of the next semester. Also, you can't submit a manuscript for a preliminary review after you have defended. If you have a chapter or section that includes a lot of formatting, it's a good idea to submit a prelim just to make sure you're on the right track. Text with a lot of figures or tables or equations, or text with several subheading levels may have some tricky formatting, and it would be helpful to get a prelim. Before submitting a prelim, make sure to carefully and completely review the formatting rules outlined in the handbook. Knowing the formatting rules will help expedite the process, and you will better understand the marks and guidance from your editor. But please note, if you submit a prelim before reviewing the handbook, your submission may be returned unreviewed. To submit a prelim, start here on our home page and scroll down and click here, Submit Your Manuscript. And here on this page, this first section gives you step-by-step instructions for submitting a prelim. Once you've read these instructions, scroll down to the bottom of the page and click here, Submit Your Manuscript. This is the submission page. First, you will input your student ID number. Now remember to use a 0 as the first character instead of a U. So 0 and then my student ID. And then hit Tab, and the rest of these fields will self-populate. Now if you've entered a student ID with the letter U and not 0, these fields will not self-populate, and you cannot enter your name manually. Let's fill out the rest of the form. And here for manuscript type, you'll select preliminary. And for here, submission type, you'll select initial review. Now, one important note, let's say that you submitted a prelim when you started writing your dissertation, and you got some really great feedback. And then a few months later, when you're closer to defending, you decide it would be helpful to submit another prelim for a chapter that has some tricky formatting. You will always select initial review, never resubmission. Fill out the rest of the form. And then here you'll attach your manuscript. Now always submit a PDF and never a Word document or a Google document or any other word processing document. And once that's attached, you'll hit Submit. If you have any questions after your review, make sure to check the handbook for answers or email your editor. And other resources include open office hours and Zoom consultations. More information can be found on our website.